Hopefully you're ending this today. You know what? Just because you said that, alright, chat, we're ending stream here and we'll play Higurashi. Alright. And the sun rose again on another wonderful day for Rika Furude. She took her first step, her first small effort to become friends with her classmates again. And at home, she was wrapped in her parents' love. And the sun, brightening her wonderful day, fell behind the mountains and disappeared. Mother bitch, Tony's going crazy. Wait, did she just... Wait, she just accepted it? No shot, right? Long ago, there was a god who appeared before mankind. Bread rained down from the heavens. Some lamented that it was not meat. Meat rained down from the heavens. Some lamented that they preferred bread. God descended down from the heavens. Until I know what will make all happy, water shall rain down. Water rained down from the heavens. All lamented that their clothes grew wet. Fire rained down from the heavens. All lamented that their homes burned down. God descended from the heavens. Until I know what will make all happy, nothing shall rain down. Nothing rained down from the heavens. Some lamented that God had abandoned them. Many things rained down from the heavens. Some lamented that God would not make a choice. Huge rocks rained down from the heavens. At long last, there were none who lamented. Water rained down from the heavens. A passing traveler was grateful. God, thank you for the unexpected weather. With this, my journey will never be dull. God said nothing and watched him leave. All for the best. Gods and dice should both be silent. That can't be the ending. Okay. That was just a dream. After hearing that answer, the nurse bursts out of the room in sheer surprise. How rude. Oh, we're back! Yes! It was just a dream! Oh, thank God, bro. Thank God. My head hurts. I guess she was in a coma? There are more episodes in Higurashi console arcs. Will you play them? About Higurashi universe? I don't think so. I really mainly just like anything based around the main cast. I don't really want extra cast stuff. Is there characters outside of the main cast?
何があったか覚えてますか？
ここは診療所ですか？
そうです。あなたはお友達とひなみ沢へ帰る途中、事故に遭って頭部を強打し、このままもう意識が返ってこないのではないかと危ぶまれていました。よかった。本当によかった。
Ide even had a few tears in his eyes as he spoke. I was still just a little scared. I wanted to make sure this was a world I knew so well. So I mustered my courage and asked Ide.
ええ、お友達のみんなもとても心配していたんですよ。さとこちゃんはもちろん、前原さんもミオンさんもレナさんも。残念ながらサトシ君はまだ目を覚ませる状態にはありませんが。
僕のお母さんは
記憶がまだ少し混乱しているようですね。長く意識が戻らないとよくあることです。
死んでるのですか？
ええ、2年前の綿流しの日に。眠っている間、お母さんの夢を見ていたのですか？
ありがとう。もういいのです。
But why doesn't Hanyu just appear before her right now? Wouldn't Hanyu be like the first person to react if Rika woke up? But there wasn't any doubt that, bro, I know when Hanyu's bitch ass, she fucking going around having fun with all the other friends she made. But there wasn't any doubt that this was the world I knew so well. And according to Irie, it had been a little over a month since the accident. After telling me he'd be right back, he scrambled out of the room. Left in my hospital room filled with the voices of cicadas, I could do nothing but wander through my vague memories for a time. I was fooling around on my bike while heading home from playing at the pool with everyone and got hit by a car, right? But the world I woke to after that is still vivid in my mind. And if this is my original world, then after grappling with that difficult choice, I chose my old world and safely ended my long journey to return to it? Or was that all just a long dream I had, like Irie said, while I was in a coma from the accident? I didn't know.
羽生いる？はあ、よかった。目覚めた時にあんたが最初に見つからない世界は本当に心細いんだから。そんなこと今までに一度だってありましたですか？
Was it a dream, or is Hanyu pretending to make Rika feel better? To gaslight her into thinking it was just a dream. Because if Rika doesn't realize that she doesn't remember anything about the other world, then it would be better for her to not remember that she killed her mother.
いつだってリカが目を覚ました時には一番最初に目に入るのはこの僕なのですよ。
Hanyu speaks to me while wearing an affectionate expression, but her saying that at length just makes me remember the world of just a few moments ago. Because of the first time, Hanyu wasn't there when I woke up.
羽生、あの世界は夢だったの？それとも現実？リカの言っている意味がよくわかりませんのです。何かありましたのですか？本気で言ってるの？リカが何の話をしているのか僕にはわかりませんのです。
Is Hanyu playing dumb or is she telling the truth? I couldn't tell.
じゃあ私がさっきまでいたあの世界は何？夢なの？夢です。
Oh, nah, bro. Rika did kill her fucking mother. Hanyu answered immediately, and hearing that convinced me that Sinless World was no dream.
じゃあ私はこの手で母さんを。
My mother had the fragment. I shouldn't have been able to return to my original world without killing her. If I was here, that meant I killed her. And then after I killed her, I had to kill myself like usual to send myself to the world of the gods. And conveniently, when I die, it goes back through my memories right before the event and tears them apart. So it was only natural that my memories of personally killing my mother didn't remain. Trembling, I looked at the palm of my hands. They were pure white, pale, and bloodless. No, that was just it. That alone made me remember the feeling spread across my hands, that warm, sticky, slimy sensation. A fragment welled up inside me. Something inside me was desperately holding back the memories of that alien world. Crying out for some reason, desperately holding them back. Because if they spilled out, they would surely swallow me whole.
リカ、落ち着きなさいのです。
Anya put her hand to my forehead, and I felt as though something was grabbing my lungs in a fist. A sense of suffocation, like something was squeezing the breath out of me. But it was squeezing those feelings about to swallow me up too, and they couldn't come up any further. In exchange for the choking sensation, I gulped down the rising emotions, beginning to steadily regain my composure. Anya realized it and took away her hand. 落ち着きましたのですか？リカは長く眠っていましたから混乱しているのでしょう。しばらくは入江の言う通りお薬を飲んだりして静養するといいのです。羽生、でも教えて、あの世界は本当に。ほら、みんなが来ましたのですよ。 Oh God, Hanyu! I was right. Hanyu is trying to help make her just forget about it and move on. 僕はお邪魔でしょうから、しばらく姿を消しますのです。羽生! I started to hear many footsteps running down the hallway. Hanyu whirled around as though pivoting on her heel and vanished. In exchange, the hospital door clattered violently open and my beloved club member friends appeared.
リカサトコ
Man, whoever draws these always makes them have such gigantic foreheads.
ふむふむ
おいおい、サトコ。リカちゃんは病み上がりなんだぞ。いきなりひっついちゃ。
いいんだよケイチくんよかった本当によかった
Clinging to me, Satoko fell to her knees on the spot and started bawling without
お
hesitation.
かえりリカちゃん私たちは絶対にリカちゃんが帰ってくるって信じてたよ
ああ。俺たち全員が一つのことを信じたとき、絶対に奇跡が起こるんだからな。高野さんたちとのあのすげえ戦いだって、全員が奇跡を信じたから勝利できたんじゃねえか。
みんなね必ずリカちゃんが帰ってくるって信じてたよ毎日お見舞いに来てたんだよ、必ず明日は目覚めるって信じて毎日お見舞いに来てたんだよ監督が言うには少々記憶に混乱が出てるって話まさかとは思うけどおじさんたちのことを忘れちゃいないよねサトコとレナケイイチのことはわかりますがミーのことはわかりませんのですニパ
大丈夫みたいだな。
This was something I couldn't ever have asked before. But just to make absolutely sure this was really my original world, I asked anyway, pretending my memory was still confused.
ーンサトシは来ないのですか
Satsuko gave a somewhat lonely smile and spoke.
ニーニーは一昨年に家出しちゃったきり帰ってこないじゃありませんのリカったら忘れん坊さんですわね
So they still haven't told Satoko. I guess they're not gonna tell Satoko until Satoshi actually fully awakens. Her expression makes my chest tighten. She was definitely the Satoko from my original world.
なるほど確かに多少記憶が混乱してるみたいだね一過性だそうだから気にすることはないってさ寝起きに電話もらったら寝ぼけて変なこと言っちゃうのと同じだそうだからそうだねだって1ヶ月近くもずっと眠ってたお寝坊さんだもんねその1ヶ月の間夢を見ていた気がしますです私たちが心配してたのはよそにずいぶん気楽なことでございますわねそこはとっても不思議な世界だった気がしますそこはここと同じひなみ沢なのですがいろいろなところが違っていましたまずケイイチがいませんのです
おいおい、なんだよ。俺だけのけ者かよ。
それはケイイチが鉄砲の事件を起こしていない世界だからなのですよケイイチがあれだけ後悔したあの事件がない世界それだけじゃないのです
I realized this would be my only chance to confess to my own sin. Everyone listened as I told them about that world. Whenever some small thing was different, they'd respond one way or another about it, but they listened to me seriously. Did she tell them that Satoko was different because she didn't kill her parents?
僕がここにいるという
But nobody knows that except for Satoko. Bird Bar, thank you for the 54 months.
その世界とこの世界を天秤にかけこっちの世界を選んだからだと思いますですそれは多分三途の川のこっちと向こうだね臨死体験ってやつだと思うよ向こうの世界を選んでいたらリカちゃんは多分帰ってこられなかったね向こうを選べば確かに僕は帰ってこなかったと思いますのです
俺たちはみんなリカちゃんが帰ってくるって信じてたぜ。そしてリカちゃんも帰ると信じたからお互いの手が届き合ったってことなんだろうな眠りながらリカちゃんも帰ってくるために努力したってことなんだろうと思うぜ。偉い偉い。
Keiichi grinned and patted my head, but it seemed like he was mistaking what I meant. I hadn't returned. I compared that world and this one and chosen this one. Why had I chosen this world? Because this one was more comfortable to be in. Satoko was always with me. Everyone in the club was here and they were nice to me and spoiled me. But all that was still a world built on top of everyone's sins and misfortune. In other words, I had chosen to sacrifice to others for my own happiness. Shamelessly, self-centeredly, and selfishly. Everyone was fulfilled in that world. Only I wasn't. But I knew that I too could be happy if I put in the hard work. But at the very end, I had chosen this world. I chose the world where I could rest on my laurels atop the suffering and tears of my friends.
それはとっても面白そうな世界だね。ありがとう。レナたちのことをせめて夢の中だけでも幸せにしてくれたんだね。
Rena smiled as she said that. Yeah, but that's not entirely true, right? Because we figured out the answer to all the bad ends and the dead ends for each of them, right? So technically, even though they've gone through all the misfortunes in the past, like, they're all in better places now. Only she seemed to understand what I really meant by what I said.
でもね、
Yeah, I feel like a perfect world is just lame, you know? Nobody had any conflict, nobody had any, like, tribulations. It's just perfectly, like, smooth road, bro.
もしその2つの世界をレナにも選ばせてもらえるなら、レナはこっちの世界を選んで正解だと思うかな。
Mother is alive, very lame, yeah? But if Rika's parents were alive, would Rika be the person she was today? You know? If Rika's parents were alive, would Rika have the same friendship with Satoko as she does in this world? Right? So, like, obviously, if her parents were around, it'd be nice, but she would also lose everything that she adored. In the other world, she, like, has, like, 6 months to regrow a friendship, but everybody's moving away anyways after those 6 months. So whatever friendship she forms with everybody else for 6 months, it's not gonna fucking last post, you know, the damn flooding, so... She would be a normal girl, yes, but it would, like... My logic in this is, if you choose that other world, you're almost throwing away all the effort and, like, the miracle of everybody coming together to perform to the result of the successful, you know, overcoming Takano, just for, like, a perfect world, right? Because, like, Rena, Mion, Keiichi, Satoko, everybody came together to, like, put in a 1,000,000% effort to make this universe happen. Would you throw that all away to give another version of them a happy, like, to continue a happy life in another version? Like, eh. At sunk cost fallacy? Bro, it's not sunk cost fallacy when it's, like, a people's lives.
どうしてなのですか？確かにレナにとって
Hey, Kashima, shut your bitch ass up and listen to Rena. She's about to cook all of y'all. See, she's with me. She's on the choosing the old world.
そのせいでいろいろなことが変わっちゃったけど、でもそのおかげで学び取ったたくさんのこともある。
So be selfish or selfless for everyone to be happy? See, that's not true either though, right? You're thinking selfish. There is no selfish or selfless, right? Like, the selfish isn't even truly selfish, because I think choosing the selfless, quote-unquote selfless act is you determining for everybody else in the other scenario that that this is the world they wanted. But like Rena's even saying right now, she wouldn't choose that world either. So who are you to determine what everybody would be happy with, right? Like, who are you to know that Rena, Mion, Satoko, and all of them, like, prefer a world where they didn't go through all that trials and tribulations, right? So, like, you could say it's selfish, but it's selfish in the own way that you're deciding the fate of everybody else in your... Like, if Rika chose the perfect world, isn't she selfish in that she's choosing for everybody in the old world that this is a better life for them? Yeah. 5 head.
だからね、リカちゃんの言う向こうの世界のレイナはきっと この世界のレナよりも
See?
人間的に劣っている
It's
と
is
思う
the opposite true too then? Yes, exactly. That's why I think it was a true 50-50. I don't think there was a one side is selfish and one side is selfless. I think both were equal, you know? So, but like Rena said, you know, she learned a lot too. And, you know, Reina in the other world probably is just insanely mundane, right? She might just be extremely normal, right? Whereas the Rena here has gone through so much shit, but because of that shit, she has turned into like a much stronger individual. So,
リカちゃんはレナのことをレイナであっても模範的な人間だと夢で思ってくれたようだけど、レナが本当にレイナだった時はあまり尊敬できる人じゃなかった。だからレナはお母さんの離婚はとても辛くて悲しいことだったけど、人生の試練の一つだったんじゃないかな。
oh my god, true
今
Rena.
は受け入れることができるもん。
Look, bro, get absolutely cooked. Everybody that was telling me I was wrong there.
人生の試練やあるいは挫折が人を成長させるってのは確かにあるね。
そうだな。
Like, I genuinely, like, feel if you have a perfect life, that must be so boring. You have to go through heartbreak, you know, happiness, success, all of that, failure, all that to, like, become who you truly are, you know? Suffering builds character, Jujutsu Kaisen? Nah. Listen, I think a perfect life is super, super boring. I think spoiled people are exactly why a perfect life is bad. Look how spoiled people get. They get everything given to them on a spoon, silver spoon, and they get everything in their life figured out, and then they're the most shitty fucking people that treat other people like trash because you know, they just got everything they wanted in their life because their life was fucking perfect. Perfect life equals spoiled? Well, not necessarily, sure, but like, okay, fine. I won't talk about spoiled then. I mean, I guess if you don't go through conflict and trials, how do you build up your character or form your sense of morality, right? Like, I feel like there's gotta be some back and forth in your life. If you just have a perfect life, you know, that's just kind of I know what you mean. There's this fob guy got spoiled by gacha devs to have boosted accounts. Nope, that's not true. Yeah, conflict induces progress, you know? And if there's no conflict, you stagnate.
I hope you lose all your future 50/50s so that you become a better person, then smile.
That's what Rena's talking about here as well, right? That's why she's saying the Reina in the other world is probably not as human as her. Because the Reina in the other world is probably just what, you know, any other normal person around her age is. But because Rena has gone through so much, she's literally like a fucking mini detective genius who can read other people's like emotions and like basically thoughts because she is so what is the word? Fuck. I'm blanking here. What's the word, chat, when someone can understand other people's emotions and feelings in a situation really fucking well? Not paranoid. Yeah, empathetic. She's extremely empathetic because she's been through a lot of stuff herself, you know? So, like, in that regard, I feel like that builds an insane amount of character and maturity that, like, otherwise you would not have until maybe much, much later in life. I don't know, man. I'd still prefer to have alive parents over friendship. Maybe just me. Okay, but, like, I think you're focusing too much on Rika. Kashima, you're focused so much on Rika alone. What about the rest of the characters in this world? What about Keiichi? What about Mion, Shion, Satoko, etc.? Everybody in this world has attained their, like, settled their past grievances and all reached, like, happiness now. So you're telling them all of that work that they did to reach this happiness should be thrown away because Rika wants her parents? Next time you lose 20 50-50s in a row, remember what you said at this time. But their world would be still alive. It's just without Rika, no? I don't know if that's true. I guess it is. I guess it is. It is true because we've been in worlds where Rika's dead and they still continue. Yeah. I suppose. It's like the only other factor you'd have to take into account is how would Rika's death in this world affect the other kids, you know? Right? Satoko would be, I guess, actually be truly alone because Satoshi's still in coma, right? I guess Shion could sort of take care of her, but, you know, she loses Rika entirely, who's been basically like a companion through life, right? Hanyu will be completely left alone, who was a companion for hundreds of years, right? It's a problem. The whole goal was for everyone to make it out alive. Yeah, I think the better choice is the old world because I feel like throwing away a group of people you have worked so hard for together for a goal and to finally have achieved it, but then ditch them for another world bro, I feel like that's always stinky. Like, sure, in your other world, your parents are alive, but you have to remember also, Kashima, in this world, or in Rika's mind, she fucking doesn't even like her parents that much. You know, she's only just now warming up to her parents because, you know, her mother's nice, but, like, she went through hundreds of years of hearing her mother fucking scream like a psychopath, and she hates her. Like, so, you know, I feel like the friendship might have a little bit more of a bearing on her than her parents. You can always find new friends, but not a new parent. Yes, but like, you have to understand, Rika went through basically 100 years with her parents. Roundabout. So it's not like, if anything, Rika's been with her parents longer than most kids have. Or most anybody has, because she had 100 years to repeat living with her parents, you know? So, and she didn't particularly enjoy the parents past a certain point because she got parent burnout. But that's a good thing, no? Good and bad, because Rika had to live with her parents for so long. This is why I think she started despising them, because they were so annoying to her.
その世界の俺はひなみ沢に来てねえが、多分ろくでもないやつだったと思うぜ。あの事件は確かに俺にとって生涯忘れちゃいけない痛恨の極みだ。俺は死ぬまで反省していかなきゃならないと思う。でもあの事件をきっかけにレナが言うように俺もたくさんの大切なことを学んだ。過去のあの事件をなかったことにできる世界があったらってのは確かに魅力的ではあるかもしれない。でも俺はそんなことを思いはしないぜ。今日という日の前原圭一を積み上げてきた大切な礎の一つだと思ってる。
それを言ったら私もです。
See, they're talking about everything I said, right? All of them went through so much to be the characters, the people they are today. So they would have preferred this world than the perfect world where none of their misfortunes happened.
甘ったれてた以前の私だったらニーニーがいる限り
It's
ずっ
not
と甘え
pre-played.
続け
It's
てい
just,
ましたもの。
I think it's just a better choice. Like, ever so slightly, it's just a better choice.
ニーニーがいなくならない世界があったらというのは確かに魅力的なお誘いではありますけど、でも甘ったれた私がニーニーと一緒にいても何の意味もないんですもの。
True. That's why Satoko's such a little shithead, by the way, in that world. Is because you have to remember, Satoko only grew to be a strong, independent, like, character because she realizes she relied too much on Satoshi and that she wanted to become stronger, so when Satoshi came back, she could be a better sister and a better person. That's why a lot of fucking characters in the old world are just fucking lane or that other world.
なら私はこの世界の方がいいですわ。
Only through patricide? Bro, that patricide was a... Bro, she didn't commit the patricide, man. It was Hinamizawa syndrome, man. But did they know Rika had to kill her mom to bring this world back? Was Satoko kill Satoshi to get back to her friends? They're just saying shit for Rika to not feel bad? No, what do you mean? Rika literally said that she wants to talk about her sin. Alright? Might not be here. Where is it? I'm trying to find it. Alright, see, I realized this would be my only chance to confess my own sin. So I'm pretty sure she either explained it or she
今の
will.
自分なら胸を張ってニーニーの帰りを待てますもの。本当にみんなそう思うのですか？罪は消せないと。あれだけ悩み苦しんだのに、その罪がないことになっている綺麗な世界をレナはこっちの世界の方が尊いと思うよ。どうしてですか？だってこの世界の今日という未来は全員で勝ち取ったんだもん。その世界のみんなはただダラダラ生きてるだけでしょ？ダラダラと。それでいて罪なく生きることは罪なのでしょうか？罪じゃないよ。でもこちらの方が尊い。温室で育った苦労知らずの花も美しいと思う。でも風雨や暑さ、
Oh my god!
花を咲かせた農
Couldn't have said it better myself,
美しさだ
Rena.
けじゃないものが宿るんじゃないかな。
True. This is why natural diamonds are infinitely better than lab-grown diamonds. That's my goat right there. Holy moly.
レナはそういうものの大切さを言ってるだけ。傷だらけの野花に何を恥じることがあるの？でも温室で育つのと野原で育つのを選べと言われたら。あ、わかった。そこがそもそもリカ
Stop getting natural diamonds for a gemstone? No, I actually own a diamond mine in my backyard. Yep, the only one in America.
Me?
I actually don't know. Are there diamond mines in America? Oh no, there are. Fuck. What? Shit.
だってレナたちは野に芽生えた野花だもの。花を咲かせた後にありえなかった未来を想像してそれと比べるのは何の意味もないことだよ。リカちゃんの話は花より上の人ならざる存在の目線での話だもん。その二つの世界のどちらが幸せか、それを論じることができるのは二つの世界を行き来できる神様。でもリカちゃんという人間は一つの世界にしか存在しない。そうじゃない。どちらの世界にもいるけど行き来はできない。野花のリカちゃんも温室のリカちゃんもどちらも存在する。そしてどちらもその世界の運命に従い胸を張って生きていると思うよ。
Well, technically, if Rika actually killed her mother in the other world, wouldn't the other Rika, the second Rika leaves it, be like, find herself with a knife in her mother's stomach and like, what the fuck?
その時野花が温室で育ったなら何も苦労がなかっただろうになんていう時点でそれはもうおかしいことなの。根付き芽生えた場所で精一杯育って精一杯の花を咲かせる。もしも自分が大金持ちの家に生まれてたらなーなんて負け犬の寝言もいいところですわよ。そんな妄想する暇があったら まずは安いスーパーを探して小銭を倹約する努力を始めなさいませですわ。
そうだな。そうして自分に胸を張る聡子は、仮に
I mean, we don't know. We still don't know what actually happened. Because Hanyu won't fucking tell us shit.
何も劣っているということ
She's
はな
being
いと思うぞ。
dodgy as hell.
まあ確かに選べるなら大金持ちの方がいいでございますけれども。リカちゃんはこうしてこっち側の世界で目が覚めてもまだ迷っているんじゃないかな。本当にこっちでよかったのか、向こうでもよかったんじゃないかなって未練があるんじゃないかな。
Those words are probably the root of these cheerless feelings. I love this world, but I couldn't help but be troubled given the depth of my own sin of abandoning that world and insisting everyone else be sinners. Shouldn't I have chosen that world for the sake of everyone I loved? Yeah, they unanimously decided this world was better, but in a way, it was just acceptance, since they hadn't been granted the choice of selecting one of the two. That was why everyone thought positively and went with this world. If they could have actually chosen, they'd all be conflicted too.
やっぱりね。だからリカちゃんはその胸の奥にある悲しみが癒せないんだね。
Pretty sure Rika had to kill herself after her mom to jump to the next world. And yet only Rena seemed to have figured everything out.
そうだ、リカちゃんにもわかるようにゲームで説明してあげるね。ねえみーちゃん、今日飴玉持ってきてなかった？
Sure, that could be why she doesn't remember anything. Because in every instance where Rika dies, she remembers very little about the time of her death. My right eyeball is fucking...
あるけど
What was she going to do? Then Rika grabbed it with both her hands and... Wait. And stuck them out toward me?
さあ、リカちゃんにプレゼントだよ。どっちの手の中身がいいかな？かな？みー、外れると罰ゲームになったりはしないのですか？ほう、そんなのないよ。安心して選んで。
Even considering how we usually did club games, there really were no hints at all. I looked at the size of Rena's fist, but I couldn't begin to guess which had the candy in it. Oh, whatever. Time to test my luck.
では、こっちのグーを選びますのです。こっちね。はい。
Rena opened her fist and revealed candy. I must have made the right choice.
おめでとう。はい、あーして。なのです。おいしい？
It was the standard but nostalgic taste of strawberry milk. As it shrunk as I rolled it around in my mouth and sucked on it, I couldn't help but give a
おい
smile.
しいのですよ。ピパー。嬉しい？じゃあリカちゃんの世界は幸せだね。二択の勝負に勝ったのでとても嬉しいのです。勝利の美酒は美味しいのですよ。ねえリカちゃん、どうして勝利なの？み
Rena showed me her other palm, the one I didn't choose. There's a candy in there too. In her hand, she was holding two. I knew it! In other words, the one I chose was wrong. At that moment, and this was really obvious, but I immediately realized how merry I had been
今
feeling.
のその気持ちがリカちゃんの気持ちの正体に近いんじゃない？異なる世界と比べるという時点でそれが人の身には過ぎたことなんだよ。それを比べ悩むのは神様の仕事。レナたちの仕事じゃない。与えられる世界は常に一つで、その世界で幸せを見つけるようにできてるの。リカちゃんはその夢の中では二つの世界を行き来できる神様だから、そういう気持ちになってしまう。だからね、反対の手の中なんて気にしちゃダメなの。
I was a witch who had lived 100 years in countless worlds. That was exactly why I always believed I was special, someone who would overcome millions of choices to gain happiness. that I was able to gain happiness, that I was sure to. But I had it completely backwards. I wasn't any better than anyone else. When it came to finding happiness, I was the worst of them all. Then I remembered how Hanyu had so curtly and quickly told me the other world was a dream. It wasn't a dream. But now that I'd chosen, this was reality, and that was nothing more than a dream. When a cat is in a box, you can imagine two futures, one where it's alive and one where it's dead. But when you open it, there's only one future. The other future at that moment becomes no more than a dream. The one who opens it accepts the future inside and lives. Worrying about which of the two futures in the box was better was a job for those who weren't human. Those who could interfere with the contents. As a mere human being, I had awkwardly trodden in the world of the gods, which was why I'd misunderstood some important things, wasn't it? In that world, Hanyu had regrets. She had regretted having used the power of gods to interfere with my life, and now I finally understood why. She was quite clear about it. She clearly said that people had to live the best they could in their world. I had to stop being this witch. Yes, I knew now that I was not the witch named Burn Castell, but Rika Furude. My copy had lived for 100 years, bending fate to her whim, and maybe she still exists in some higher dimension than this human world. But that was no longer who I was. I was Rika Furude. In this world I would live, and in this world I would seize happiness. I mustn't use that power ever again, which meant I had to make sure not to treat my own life without respect from now on, which meant...
交通事故には気をつけようってことね。
はあそうだな
はそうだよ。もう二度と自転車に乗ってるときはふざけちゃダメだよ。そうね。全くその通りだわ。そんな当たり前のことも理解してないお子様が魔女気取りなんだもん。そりゃ全然ダメなわけだわ。
皆さん、とりあえず今日はこのくらいにしてください。リカさんもだいぶ体力が衰えているはずです。もちろん明日以降も面会できますので。
Why does my right eyeball hurt so fucking much? Coach appeared and clapped his hands together, but my friends weren't finished saying goodbye just yet.
リカ、もう大丈夫ですか？ありがとう。口下手のあんたに代わってレナが全部説明してくれたわ。もう大丈夫。リカが次に命を落とすとき、
There is no next life.
僕はその運命を受け入れようと思いますです。そうね。私もそれでいいんじゃないかと。車道でふざけてるお子様が跳ねられる事故なんて、日本それがひなみ沢でも起きたってだけのことよ。悔しかったら私も今度から赤信号は渡らないようにしなきゃ。でもあんたはそれでいいの？私がいないと寂しくなるって、かつてあれだけダダをこねていたのに。もう大丈夫ですよ。新しい友人ができましたのですから。へえ、誰よ？紹介してよ。教えませんのです。ああ。ということは、私はつまりフルでリカなのね。リカがそう思うならそうなのですよ。ありがとう。何に対してのありがとうですか？いろいろよ。
After the idiot admonished everyone else, they all glumly got ready to go home. Hanyu too was about to disappear, but I clapped my fist into my hand as if remembering something and spoke to her.
ねえ、ハニュ。何ですか？私、向こうの世界であんたに元の世界に戻れたら冷蔵庫をシュークリームでいっぱいにしてやるって約束したんだけど。あれって夢だからチャラなのよね。 せめてもの仕返しよ。
リカ、明日のお見舞いに何か持ってきますわ。何か食べたいものはございますの？
確かリカちゃん辛いのが好きだったよね。ゴグラのデパートで韓国食材フェアとかやってなかったっけ？
Korean food fair, huh?
激辛キムチとか売ってなかったかな？
Super hot kimchi.
甘いのが食べたいです。甘いの？どんなのがいい？
じゃあショートケーキとかみんなで買ってくるか。エンジェルモートのは特にうまいんだよな。
ならエンジェルモートのシュークリームにしましょうです。安くてもいいからお腹いっぱい食べたいのですよ。
食べる元気が出てきたのはいいことです。何でもよく食べて元の元気を取り戻していきましょう。では皆さん、面会時間はこれで終わりです。
Everyone began to leave. Hanyu
こ
too.
れで貸し借りはなしね。
僕は何も貸してませんのですよ。
そうね。あれは夢だもんね。
おやすみです。リカ、良い夢を。
Good night, Rika Furude. And please treat the future you won with care. Thank you. Alright, after I get out, the first thing I'll do is visit my parents' grave. I realized something just now. Why I had to kill my mother to return to this world. The fragment coming out when I killed her or whatever wasn't the problem. Choosing a world in which my mother wasn't here was already killing her. Until now, I'd chosen this world without feeling any sorrow for it, for killing my mother every time. That was what you wanted me to realize, wasn't it? The sins you feel in me. That's probably one of them. I'd stopped respecting my parents, and I finally realized it in the other world. Rika, thank you for realizing. I feel as though the most important sin I felt from you has been cleansed. It'll be okay, Rika. Your hands are not stained with your mother's blood. That was all, something I showed you because I wanted to be mean to you for a little. All just a dream. May you forget all of it when you awaken from your slumber. Good night, Rika. Sleep deep, as I dream of how you will color your life in the future. Ooh. Beyond the Sticks. Okay, well, that is the full ending, chat. That is the full ending. There technically are 2 fucking 4 fun chapters. Which one did you say had an opening? Higurashi? They're amazing. You should do both of them. Wait, what? Some people are saying PC version has no voiceover. Okay. What the fuck is this? What is that? Big ass head. Oh. Who the fuck is that chick? We still don't know. What the? Holy Takano! Miyoko? What the fuck are these goofy ass chibis? Okay. Is this some fucking... So this one's supposed to be... I think this one's supposed to be some...
そのご機嫌具合から見て、例のダム現場にまた新しいゴミ山でもできたんだろう。
そうなの。新しい山には何が埋まってるのかな。かわいいお宝の予感。帰ったらね、すぐに宝探しに行くんだよ。ケイチ君も一緒に来ないかな。
俺か？ミオンに借りた漫画、まだ全巻読み終わってないんだよな。
女の子が誘ってるのに、ケイチ君は漫画を選ぶんだね。はお。
Now check the PC version. For the fighting game, Higurashi Daybreak, and since these two last arcs are filler, that explains... Okay. There's no way there's a different opening. So this one's supposed to be like some like romance shit. Still don't know who the fuck this chick is. What the f-
「
whatever the fuck that was. No voice acting? Oh, nah, we ain't doing that.
女の子が誘ってるのにケイチ君は漫画を選ぶんだね。今日の部活で助け舟を出してあげたのにそのご恩返しがこれなんだね。
嘘です。ごめんなさい。宝探し万歳です。ぜひレナさんの旅に同行させてくださいませ。
Club activities today could be summed up as heartless. Every man for himself. Anyone showing weakness was crushed and dropped into the last place. I would gladly romp people at an advantage and be romped when the roles were reversed. But today, luck just wasn't in my favor, and the deciding match completely backfired on me. That was when Rena had given me a little
で
help.
も結果的にビリだったね。罰ゲーム今度の日曜日が楽しみかな。
レナにあれだけ助けてもらってこのざまとは不甲斐ないぜ。
In the end, I couldn't put Rena's help to good use, and that locked me in last place. But it was definitely thanks to her that I could even try going for that deciding match to turn things around. If she hadn't helped me out, I would have lost even worse without even having that opportunity. Rena didn't have any responsibility to try and rescue me. Normally, you'd decide that if you couldn't hope for first, you could at least avoid last. She left me alone. It would have assured my last place finish. She wouldn't gain anything from saving me aside from risk to herself, would she? And yet she helped me anyway. That fragment of kindness in the world of our cold, heartless club was sublime, as though the Buddha's nimbus had reached me in hell. The one rule for our club was to fight without pity or mercy. But even amidst that, Rena was the one who always held onto her kindness. She wants everyone to have a good time playing games.
買いかぶりすぎだよ。レナはワンサイドゲームって嫌いなだけ。だってどう戦っても逆転がないって分かったら誰だってふてくされちゃうもん。
まあな。罰ゲームは俺に確定だってんで決着を待たずに服の採寸までされてたからな。ああ、くそ。一体何の服の採寸なんだろうな。とほほほ。
どんな逆境からでもいつだって逆転はできると思うの。そういう世界じゃないといけない。だからね、レナはどうしても困ってる人にチャンスを与えずにはいられないの。
レナは本当に優しいんだな。なんて話を聞かされると、レナが弱り目の時容赦なく叩いてきた俺に両親の呵責が
レナが好きでやってるんだからケイチ君までそうしてなんて言わないよ。でもレナがピンチになった時は貸しを返してくれると嬉しいかな。
おう、今日のは仮にしとくぜ。まあそれとは別でだ。たまにはレナの宝探しに付き合ってやるぜ。じゃあダム現場のゴミ山に集合でいいな。
ダム現場の宝の山に集合ね。
After answering with a wide smile, Rena ran off, waving her arm.
Sato-ko! そろそろお買い物に行かないと特売を逃しちゃいますよ。卵1パックがお一人様1点のみ10円だって。あとトイレットペーパーの6個セットが今日なら8円もお得で、お風呂洗剤が試供品のおまけ付き。夕方前ならスタンプも2倍って言ってませんでしたか？もう人手が欲しいって言うからわざわざ来てあげたって言うのに。
一体どうしたのでございますか、リカ。早くお買い物に行きませんとシオンさんを待たせてしまいますわよ。大変なのです。サトコ、これを見てくださいなのです。あら、どうかしましたの？航路の足が欠けておりますわね。
Maybe it deteriorated over time from continued use, and that's why it broke off.
だいぶくたびれた感じですし、まあ この程度なら簡単に直せる道具がいろいろございますから、ご安心なさいませ。
Do we have any more of that wood glue? Last time we bought some was when we needed to fix that chest of drawers.
そうじゃないのです。この航路は200年前に僕のご先祖様があるものを封印した時にお供えしたものなのです。
Oh my god, what the fuck is that? Whoa, 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 whoa. What a censorship level.
そしてこれが壊れたということは
I don't even know
封
what I
印が解
pressed.
けてしまったということなのです。なんだかたかがボロっちい航路が壊れただけで随分大げさな話でございますが、それが何かすごくまずいことでもありますの？この古文書によると、使い道を誤るとものすごい惨劇になってしまうかもしれない。理科のご先祖様がわざわざ封印するぐらいなんですから、なんだかヤバそうな話に聞こえますわね。それで惨劇の規模はどのくらいなのでございますか？それもこの古文書に書いてありますのです。ちょっと読みにくい漢字ばかりですが、さとこ読めますですか？何々？
Nani nani?
ふわらずのまがたまの際
Oh?
か？例年より訪れの早き夏？門外不出の門外不出の至宝ふわらずのまがたまが人海へこぼれ出し、恐ろしき最悪を招いたり。古文書にはそう書かれてありますのです。そして当時は随分怪我人が出たと書かれてありますのです。ふわらずのまがたまは鬼神の残したる地獄の至宝なり。
Oh, that was what it was in the opening.
人里に現れることあれば、地獄より鬼たちが現れ、人々に取り付き、阿鼻教官の地獄絵図となるものなり。ということはつまり、とんでもない事件が起こってしまうかもなのですよ。よくわかりませんが、なんだかまずい感じですわね。地獄絵図といえば、この前かぼちゃ弁当を持ってきてくださったしおんさんはまさに地獄の鬼そのものでしたわ。しかもその後ほんの少し残しただけでその座引け特製のこちょこちょマシンの刑なんて、今思い出しても見ている側としてはなかなかに眼福だったのですよ、ミパー。それはともかく正しく使えば素晴らしい力があるのですが、使い方を誤ると大変なことになってしまうとのことなのです。あまりに危険なので、僕のご先祖様は人の世から遠ざけるため遠いお空の向こうの世界に封印していたらしいのですが。で、その封印が解けたとなるとどうなるのでございますか？お空の上に封印したのが解けてしまいますので、そのまま村のどこかへ落下してくるということでございますか？でも正しく使えば素晴らしい力もあるとおっしゃいませんでしたか？それ次第では封印する前に少し遊んでみるのもいいかもしれませんわね。とにかく早く見つけましょうなのです。誰か他の人が拾って、もし悪い使い道に気づいてしまったら大変かもなのです。こういう時に限って一番拾ってもらいたくない方に渡ったりするのがお約束ですわね。とはいえ仮にもこの古出神社の宝におかしな方の手垢をつけさせるわけにはいきませんわ。宝探しってね。
Oh my god, it's like close to the same fucking image. Alright, chat. Do we really want to do these filler chapters? How many days are we gonna have a finale? Bro, what do you mean? Oh boy. I don't think it's necessary. It's literally just for like for fun chapters. The other chapters have some funny CG. Skip through it. Maybe. I think the next thing now is the Higurashi anime watch party, boys and girls. Yes, sir. Ooh. So we gotta, I'm gonna probably try to set, I mean, I guess it's like actually perfect timing since Lily's heading out to Korea for about 2 weeks. So I will need someone who's actually watched the animes to like give me an order. At least do bottom chapters, 1 hour max with very good CGs. Maybe we do that. But this one's like the lovey-dovey one. I'm like way more interested in the other one, if anything. The other one sounds like it's what's it called? Oops. Hang on. The other one sounds like it has it's like a bad ending or something. The most awful daydream within these pages is a Bible of blazing passion for today's modern apathetic youths. Even though it was meant as an after-party for Miyakashi Hen, it completely ruins the impact of that chapter. Deemed too dangerous for consumption, this legendary scenario is sealed away. Continue only if you can vow that you are a truly degenerate. I don't know what that last part means. It says truly degenerate, you know? Degenerate chapter 1 hour with good CGs. Alright, maybe we'll do that. But I think that's pretty much it for our Higurashi run. It was a pretty damn good run. And we almost went a whole year, boys. That was kind of crazy. Yes, sir. Hey, God. I need to see here. Ooh, man. I'm gonna miss these openings, bro. Alright, chat. And with that comes the end of our stream. I guess the main Higurashi. I'll probably do that last chapter somewhere where we just have like a little bit of extra time. But I'll probably post a schedule. I can't hear myself. I'll probably post a schedule for our watch party for the anime. I don't know how much there is. Yeah, does anybody know how many episodes there are, /seasons, there's no way it's 100 episodes, bro. Several seasons, really? Holy shit, brother. We got a long road ahead. Oh, baby, Hiku's not over. Woo! Yes, sir. That was the sad part about Dangan. Dangan's anime was like hella short, you know? So, alright, well, I'll see y'all tomorrow, chat. Good night, everybody. Remember, tomorrow is going to be a short stream. I have to drop Lily off for her flight. So, it's going to be a short, quickie, but yes, sir. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Thank you, guys. I hope everybody enjoyed this long Higurashi run. I will say, 88 part. We ended on part 89. My god, look at the fucking Jackie Chan, Akasaka. Holy moly. 89 parts, huh? Damn. Damn, son. Hang on. Did it have the same opening? I don't think it did, right? It had a different opening. Oh my god! The best opening! Bro, 10 months ago! Holy moly! Damn, bro! Oh man, I'm gonna miss the fuck out of the series. Hey! Mark my words, chat. Next time we go to Japan, we're visiting the real-life inspired village. That is my goal. We gotta pay condolences. Yes, sir. Not lie meter. 100%. I will make it work. But we're gonna have to do a whole bus trip and everything. Like, it's way out of the way. So it's gonna be a long, long ordeal. But hey, it'd be pretty cool. Bro is about to get hit with Down syndrome. Man, I do feel like if we do go, we gotta go to match Watanagashi, you know? But that also sounds miserable. East Asia and peak summer, or basically peak summer. Yeah, might as well fucking die. Oh, baby. Anyways, chat. I hope you had a wonderful time. We will do the watch party for the anime to really wrap up Hiku. So we still have a bunch. If you count OVA and specials, more than 100 episodes. It is 4 main seasons with 100 episodes total, though people hating on last 2 seasons. Well, we'll be the judge of it. Good night, everybody. Man, I'm gonna miss visual novels for a bit, but who knows? Maybe we do a Umineko Aware.